Hi, welcome to Wilco Whites. I'm Sean, and we're going to look at the presser that's just happened, and then touch on Cardiff, looking at their match on Saturday. So the presser, again, I turned it off halfway through once I found out about transfers and the team news. It was asked straight away about transfers. Again, same thing he says. He's not a big fan of the January transfer window. It's hard to improve a team that's top of the league. Find it very difficult to do that. He'll only bring in the right sort of player. We've heard this time and time again. Quality, character, and affordable. That's the three things. They've not found anyone who's saying like that matches that. So the transfer news is obviously coming out about, which I will touch on, of Matt Taggart. Matt Taggart and Cameron Archer today, which is interesting. He's saying no one is leaving. No one's knocking on his door asking to leave, which is good. Now, what he did say is, yes, they are looking at a number 10. We know this. They need someone to help Brendan Aronson. Also a striker and a centre-back. So why we've been linked to Matt Taggart, I don't know. Again, is it something for next season? Or is they not telling us everything? But he's been saying this all along. Striker, number 10, and a centre-back for cover. Striker for cover. Now, if we don't get anybody in, he's just going to trust the squad that he's got. Again, is he just throwing cold water on it? I don't know. But this is why I'm not believing some of the links, i.e. the Matt Taggart one. I've said we don't need a left back. I found that quite interesting with what he's saying there. Team news, Struijk is back in training, which is fantastic. He could be in the squad for Saturday. I think he will be. Bad news, Bamford's still out. Oh, crazy. Wow. I bet he'll better be straight back after the January transfer window. And Verba, knee issues again, not good. And that's why we won't cover for centre-back, because Verba's not reliable. So it's good we've got Pascal Struijk back, but yeah, I think we do need another centre-back with these issues with Verba. That was sort of it for the presser for me. I couldn't listen too much into it all. He sort of repeated himself a lot as well. So I did end up switching off. So let's look at Cardiff now. They are sitting 18th in the league. Surprisingly, I looked at the fixtures. They haven't lost a game in 7 league games and 1 FA Cup game, which the FA Cup game, they beat Sheffield United 1-0. I think the form is, they've won. There we go. Yeah. Last 5, they've drawn 3, won 2. But like I said, they haven't lost in the last 8 games. So that's quite an interesting stat. Surprised they're sitting 18th. Scoring 33 goals, conceding 44. Looking at the squad, they are coached by Omer Riza. Not really heard much about him. In goal, they have Jack Alnick, which is an experienced goalkeeper. Then you've got Dimitri Gutas at centre-back, Callum Chambers, which we've all know about, and Pere Nge. How do you say that? That's mental. Yeah, he's their left back, I think it is. In midfield, now they have got some injuries to Ramsey and Turnbull. I'll go through that, but they have their Ruben Colwill, who's a good Welsh player. Really like him. They have also just signed Sivert Manswerk from Ajax. He hasn't played for him yet. Possibly make his debut this Saturday against us. Decent midfielder from Ajax apparently. And Alex Robertson, who's having a good season this season. Forwards, they have got Chris Willock, El Ghazi, we know them, and Callum Robinson, who's having a really good season. He scored 11 goals this season, and he's got a better XG than Joe Pirot, really finding form at the minute. They've also just signed another striker, Danish striker from a Swedish club, Yusuf Selek. I think he's played 3 games, scored 1 goal. Looking at, let's have a look. The injuries. So yeah, they've got obviously the experienced Aaron Ramsey. He's not been fit for a while, has he? Callum O'Dowda who's a big miss for them at the minute. The experienced midfielder in David Turnbull, good player, I like him. Isaac Davis and Michael Rindolph, injured. For us, obviously, I've touched on what I've said. Bamford and Verber out for us. Interesting head-to-head. Cardiff used to be our bogey team, didn't they? God, we could not beat them. They've actually got 10 wins against us, and we've got 6 wins and 5 draws. So, but in recent times, that's sort of switched round, hasn't it? Our last game back in September last year, we won 2-0 at Cardiff. We'll have a look at that. Who scored that? Ramazani and Bogle scoring that game. Wow, we amassed a massive 80% possession in that game against Cardiff back in September. But the fortunes have changed. Like I said, they have been picking up some good, decent results. I mean, being unbeaten in 8. Could this be a tougher game than we think? Again, we're at home, so we don't lose at home, do we? I still think we'll run out winners, but I don't think it's going to be as easy as we think. Looking at like stats, look at this top scorer. Like I've said, Callum Robinson on 11 goals, 1 assist. Alex Robertson's got 3. El Ghazi's got 3 goals. Let's have a look. Yeah, expected goals. Yeah, Callum Robinson's XG 6, so he's actually scoring more than he should be. So it is going to be interesting game, and I was really surprised. I hadn't really looked much into Cardiff until today, really. So I'm surprised that they are getting decent results. I think they'll beat. Yeah, last game they beat Derby 2-1. They beat Swansea 3-0. Again, they beat Sheffield United in the FA Cup. They've had good wins away at Watford. Just drawn a lot of games, and if they could turn them draws into wins, they'd be further up the league. But that's it. I'll just turn that off. So yeah, that's the Cardiff. I'll predicting. I think 3-1. I think we're gonna have too much firepower for them. Obviously, we're conceding 44 goals. They do concede a lot of goals. Some transfer news. Obviously, I've just touched on the Cameron Archer. Now, interesting piece. Yes, it does look like we are looking for a striker, as Daniel Farkas said. So, just found this piece online. Leeds United have reportedly open talks with Southampton for Cameron Archer, despite seeing initial approach knocked back. As we head into the final days of the transfer window, the club is monitoring Archer's situation. While we decide if we're going to launch a bid, but apparently we haven't, it's been knocked back. Rivals Sunderland are also looking to put in a bid. They seem to be going after a few players we are, aren't they? Yeah. As per the report, the Saints would allow Archer to leave on loan this month, but would demand an obligation to buy in the summer. However, club source have insisted that the Whites will only make a move for a player if they believe they will improve Daniel Farker's team. He just said that. Now, he's also stating that Southampton will only sell if, or let him go if they get a replacement. So that's one to watch. He is valued around 15, 20 million. But he has played quite a lot this season. 21 appearances, 10 starts, only 2 goals. But I mean, Southampton are struggling, aren't they? What, they're on 6 points for the season. They're going down, aren't they? So does Archer see that as a chance to jump ship and come to a team that's possibly going to get promoted back to the Premier League? It's a win-win for him, really, isn't it? That's that on that. I'm not going to delve too much into it. The Matt Taggart one, I can't see it. I can't see it unless someone goes like Firpo, or it's something for next season. He has been out for a while with injury, but it will be good experience in the Premier League. That's the only thing I can think of. Interesting what Daniel said today. A 10, a striker, and a centre back. He wants 3, but it's got to be the right people, players. So yeah, I'm not going to go any more into that. That's the preview. Like I said, 3-1 win for Leeds. Let's go marching on together. I'll speak to you soon. Cheers. Ciao. Bye.